Hey guys, we're back with a new visual novel. This one's called Sepia? I hope I'm saying that right. Tears. I don't know what's... I'll look that up. Sepia. What's sepia mean? Sepia. I hit my mic. Sorry. I know you can hear that. A reddish-brown color associated particularly with monochrome photographs of the 19th and early 20th centuries. Or of a reddish-brown color. Huh. Okay. Kind of odd. But I'm sure that'll be explained. I'm sure there's a meaning for the name Sepia Tears and Midwinter Surprise. I do already have a complaint about the game. It's in 4x3, which normally I'd be like, yeah, like I hate it, but I'll let it slide. But this is, as far as I'm aware, a Western visual novel, and 2 was made in 2013. This is inexcusable. I hate it. Looks like there's a fair amount of CGs actually. I don't know what SDC standard detail, or no. That would be HD CG here, wouldn't it? I don't know. And then there's extra, whatever that means. Music? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, cool. Oh, we haven't heard these songs, so we can't do them. Okay. Far away. If it plays the Little Buster song, I swear. I swear. So, looks like there's 4 characters that have a theme. So, yeah. That's load, and they put a secret load. No? Okay, no. I'm still waiting for that to happen, whether by accident or on purpose. This game's made in RMP, you can tell by this menu screen, especially. I've turned the music down. Hopefully it's at a good volume. I'll test it out. Let's just turn that up to begin with. And yeah, let's jump in. This is a bit too fast. But there. You've heard of the Mayfly, right? Still a little faster than I like. I should have just kept it at the default. It's one of those... Let me move my mic, sorry. I know you can hear that. It's one of those odd winter days when the snow is falling but it isn't cold. Either late November or the beginning of December. Right around the time when the dollar stores start playing Christmas music and the couples go skating. Midwinter's surprise! Because it's midwinter! Well, no, it's midwinter's January. Shh. One of those odd winter evenings, the same old 3 p.m. through the lens of the classroom window. I described the muted texture of the light through the glass, but it's become all too familiar. It'd be like raving about the miracle of flowers blooming in spring. The novelty's gone. Chairs screech against the tiled floor and students chatter all around, but the sounds fall on me, weightless. The mayfly? The bug that lives only for a day once it grows its wings? It's a great metaphor. You must have seen it before. My mind wanders sometimes. It's like being stuck in a room with a TV set to a local news. Almost muted, but not quite. Or like reading a boring webpage because you're too lazy to click away. I've done that before. Hearing a voice in your head that won't shut up. It used to bother me, but I can handle it now. Listening to music on the way home, playing a video game before you go to bed. Go time it any way you can and it won't be so loud. Ever wonder why they even bother? It's simple, really. You pick up your book, stand up, put on your gloves as you walk through the early winter chill. Get home, make a snack, relax. Let the process repeat itself. Life is the easiest thing in the world when you think about it. But sometimes, memories resurface. The horrible red-brown that Sepia! That encroaches on my vision, keeping from a box locked safely away. Me! That's a new one. We getting meta now? Or... Oh. It's cold. Immediately I'm getting Ignorok. Is that the name of it? Vibes from this. I only played a couple hours of Ignorok, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. Like the creepy clown dude. What does he say? He says something. Look, I played like 2 or 3 hours of that game. Come on, give me a break. I didn't notice before, but it looks like it's snowing. Was they out for that long? I was walking home from school a moment ago, I'm sure. Or is this a dream? It also reminded of Lucid 9. Maybe it's because they both have that, Western feel. I don't know. That makes sense, but then why am I even wearing my school uniform? And why is my wallet in my pocket? Well, that doesn't prove anything, but might as well roll with it. Seriously, pitch black here. Can make out the snowflakes just fine, but nothing else seems to be lighting them. Better start moving before I freeze to death. Ah! The light, it's Marie from DC, right? I'm calling it right here. No, I was wrong. You've come. You. Thank you for coming to see me. It's lonely here, you know? Lonely? Yeah, I can't deny that. It's a peaceful prison, trapped in the darkness under this soft snowfall. But it's a prison. What's the matter? Aren't you glad to see me? She looks familiar. I'm sure of it. The memory teases me with a vivid lucid dream, but I can't grab hold of it. It's been such a long time. I thought you'd have been ecstatic. I open my mouth, but the words are lost. The more I search for the memory, the more her eyes bewitch me. As snowflakes land on the girl's hair, I force the first words out of my mouth. Who are you? Do you really not remember me? What a shame. We have so much to catch up on. Her smile is confident, mysterious, somewhere between angelic and doll-like. Why do we keep switching between novel and adventure? Is that necessary? There's nothing to worry about. After all, we have all the time in the world. So then, who are you? She looks me in the eye and my heart stops. I'm the person you wish you never met. She embraces me and my senses freeze, till a color strikes my eye against the monochrome backdrop. Calling it now, she is us. Hanging in the stillness, a red ribbon just from the side of her hair. Apparently there's a twist to this game. I have absolutely no idea what it is. I only know that because of the story page. On the inside of that ribbon, something is written. Just as fantastic as But just as fantastic as that is the fact that the words are scrambled, blurred, even though my eyes are only inches from it. That ribbon. Don't you remember? It was your... Her voice fades away. Can you just say like one more word? What is it? Lens of the ribbon again, but before I can move closer, my stomach flips upside down. Wah! The girl's warmth fades from my arms. Is she disappearing? This whole world is... A knife pierces my heart as I realize something. It's not this world that's disappearing. It's me. Now the opening plays if there is an opening. I don't think there is an opening though. Oh, hey, and then I love it when they do that. Oh, hold on. I hear sound. I thought I heard sound. I'll wait all day if I have to. Do I have to click? I have to click. Okay. Day 1, reunion. In the like where the window text, like you guys can't see it, like the window name, Sepia Tears, Friday, December 10th. I know key games do that. I know Canon and Rewrite do. I've immediately lost all respect for hold on. VN database Sepia Tears. This is a Western game? She's saying Oni-chan. Why? Why? Come on, you had one chance. I was on your side, and you blew it. You blew it. Oni-chan? Not doing it again. Are you up? That sounds familiar. Mike, we're gonna be late. And they also gave him the name Mark. So, I saw the names. So there's Mark, and on the V&D page, I also saw Lucas. He has a theme, which that's another American, well, not American, Western name. These Canadians and like, you know, people from Europe can be named Lucas too. And, you know, people from anywhere, but people in Japan aren't going to be named Lucas. Come on now. Her name is Myra or Miro, which that's not really a Japanese name. But I also saw Rin. That is definitely a Japanese name. That's Discord, not OBS. We're going to be late. Ah! Are you even listening to me? Yeah, I heard you. Jeez, I want to kill you to be a little more gentle. Gentle? I'm your cute little I hate this game already. I'm automatically gentle. It's like saying I'm automatically dependable because I'm your older brother. Wait. See? You're not the dependable sibling you're supposed to be. That gives me the legal right to find new and exciting ways to tease you. It wasn't who wrote this law? More importantly, I have a history test this morning, so I'll leave you behind if I have to. Pouting, my diligently evil little sister runs down the stairs. Can't you find a more normal form of torture? Sigh. Yeah, you at least have to put the asterisk. What? Something right? Shift 8. Put that. Like Umineko does. It's bright out. Pleasantly bright. I can get lost just looking at that pale blue sky, though I fear the cold that accompanies it. See, this is why I hate winter. Nature has no mercy for the northern hemisphere. Actually, does that make a difference? Technically, every country has to be part of a hemisphere, so there must be warm regions in the northern hemisphere, but even so, the southern hemisphere would be... Mike, I've been working on my Hokuto Shinken, and I don't know what that is. I'm coming. Last time she tried this, I showed her to the... This is a scene from an anime! Maho Chiki. I remember that show. I remember I started watching the first episode like 3 times before I was like, okay, this is awful. And then I finally watched it once. I was like, okay, this is mediocre. That had some good moments. Pretty sure I know who my next practice subject will be if you make me fail my test. Isn't it usually practice partner, not practice subject? Stop. Just Rina, stop existing. That's my sister, Rina. Since she started at my school, life has been heck, pardon my French. Or maybe that's an exaggeration. She's a nice girl and all. She takes care of me, makes me lunch, forces me to buy her stuff. One of those things isn't like the other. See what I mean? I've had compliments already. The third Sunday wasn't the first. Ouch! Stupid Razor. Dad was supposed to show me how to use this thing. Anyway. Erna is a strange girl, to put it nicely. Why is it short to Rin? She's always rattling on about these crazy robot wars and melodramatic love stories that she watches, trying to find new and exciting ways to pull me into her world. Is she just a weeaboo? I will accept this. She's just a It makes sense now! I forgive you, game. I forgive you. You get bonus points, even. No, you don't get bonus points. Because, like, if you're doing something ironically, you're still doing it. It's just ironically. So, you don't get bonus points, but I'll let you off the hook. Just this once. I haven't figured out why she calls me Oni-chan yet, though. Is it ironic? Ironically unironic? Ironic because she thinks I'll think it's subtly ironically unironic? Okay, now the game knows that it's being ironic doesn't make it bad. Well, how deep does this go? I can only conclude that it's part of some devious scheme that I have yet to catch wind of. The tip of the iceberg, so to speak. The iceberg were a blood-related little sister. Blood plus bonus points! Bonus points! There's a surprising lack of little emote routes in games. But they always pull the not blood-related card. And like, I mean, those routes are almost always the worst. The only time I want to be the worst, but it's not blood related, is that Ilya route, but we're never going to get that. Like, Tsukihime Akiya route, don't tell anyone. I didn't like Akiya. Like, I actually think she's a worse girl, but don't tell anyone. I'm trying to think. Emoto. I don't play a lot of... I haven't played a lot of... I don't want to call them dating sims, but... romance visual novels, I guess? Like... You know, like your Saya at Katawa Shoujo, you know, you romance a girl, game ends, you go get another one, game ends, and then that's it. Like, there's not a... My most recent one was Little Busters. Did you guys hear that beep beep? I'm gonna plug my... oh no. But as much as I'd like to criticize her, I can't complain. She still does better than me at school. Let's just end this tangent. Alright, I'm almost done. She also does a better job of cooking and budgeting than me. She never sleeps in. The only time she's late for class is when I hold her back. Now, do you see why her life with her is Hank, pardon my French? Like, these sprites are super, like, I guess just low detail is the word. But I like them for some, like, I've only seen grins so far, but I like it for some reason. It's wholesome? No, that's not what I'm looking for. It's just, it feels like it has heart, I guess. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Slept perfectly fine until I was awoken by a certain someone. How could he say that? You should be thankful to have a cute girl like me wake you up every morning. You're not supposed to call yourself cute. Is that because you're blood related in Europe? It's not why! It's a little vain, don't you think? It's not very cute. True. What if I'm only doing it to unnerve you? Good point. I don't have to thank you for keeping me on my toes all the time. You're like my mother is what I want to say, but I imagine her twitching smile and my light flashes before my eyes. So you're in? You have a test this morning? Yep, I did a quick review with my friends yesterday, so you don't need to worry about it. I wasn't worried. Is that your way of hiding your affection? Is that even remotely implied? Sure, you'll pass the test. Just want to make sure you don't forget anything and end up failing for some stupid reason. I think I accidentally brought my Game Boy instead of my calculator. Just, you know, bring the... Oh, wait! Brain Age! Yeah, that's gotta be on the... I don't think it's on the Game Boy. Yes. Like that time. I was only 12. It was an innocent mistake. Now I'm 13. I'm an adult. I don't know how old she is. Only 12. You're right, let's see what I'm saying. Just don't screw up. I know, I won't. But aren't your exams coming up as well? Uh-oh. I was gonna go over to Lucas's house and study over the weekend. Or something like that. Even for you, that's not a very convincing lie. Psychic! But I didn't make that up on the spot. Did you guys hear? It wouldn't kill you to have a bit of faith in me. You said I'll study, I'll study. So I have a wireless headset. And whenever it gets like 20 minutes away from dying, it starts going beep beep. And it does that like every couple minutes. But I can't plug it in. Because all my USB slots are taken up right now. So I have to finish recording this and then plug it in. Anyway. You wouldn't kill you to have a bit of faith in me. If I said I'll study, I'll study. Really? I'm spending your whole Saturday afternoon doing math problems and you're reading your social science notes? Social science? I'm tempted to say what notes, but that really isn't the problem here. Well, what do you look at the time? Don't change the subject. We're already late. Well then, we'll have to continue at lunch, right, Oni-chan? It smells so much more endearing before you get to know her. Made it! I leap past the front door as the clock strikes 8, inhaling a lungful of December air. Not bad, Mark. Not bad at all. We're taking so long with your bag, I'd really have to put the gloves on. What time does the school start? Past 8? Like, let's assume it's like a 10-minute walk. That's a very not safe assumption. Like, it'd probably take longer than that, but let's just say 10 minutes. Okay? And then they get there at 8:10. Does the class just start at 8:10? Like, I suppose it could start at 8:30. Like, I remember in elementary school, we got out at 3:30 instead of 3, which 3 is like the normal time. Still, that's weird. Thought you were gonna leave me if I took too long? I was only kidding. Leave my only brother alone to walk to school on such a cold, cold day? I couldn't. Now you can practice your anime fighting techniques on me? Well, when you look at it that way. But you know, mastery of the martial arts can be extremely important. What does that have to do with anything? It's important. Really. Yeah, I know. Self-defense and all that. Well, not just self-defense. It's an extra weapon in your arsenal. What? Okay, picture this. And then here's the Fate Stay Night reference. This is something I knew was going to happen coming into this. That's part of why I started reading this. Because, like, if it pays respects to a classic, you know it's got to be somewhat good. Because this isn't just Fate Stay Night here. This is also Bitsuki Hime with the, Teach Me CL Sensei or something like that. It's kind of reminiscent of it. So I'm pretty sure it's referencing both. Imagine that you're fighting against an enemy who already knows your techniques. Why would I be doing that? Is that Furudo Erika? Is that Erika? I mean, that's a hat instead of like a... No, that could be a flower. Is that Erica? Is that supposed to be a princess? Is the person challenge you because he kidnaps the princess? Use your imagination. Did a piece of media just reference Umineko? If it did, this is the best day of my life. What are the princesses in... They don't just have to go look for her. Ouch. Anyway, let's say you end up in combat with someone who knows that you're good with long-range weapons, like a crossbow. How did this start exactly? Why are we doing this? They already know your weakness. All they have to do is dash forward and fight at a closer range. The archer won't be able to react fast enough, and the attacker will have the advantage. What if you're using a mid-range weapon, like a lance? A lance? That's easy. Well-trained warrior will be proficient with both bows and axes. Everyone knows that the axe beats the lance. Is that a Fire Emblem reference? True, but then couldn't you just learn magic and attack from a distance? Yes, but what if your enemy knows that you're a magician? Is that Madoka? A skilled axe wielder would... That's either Madoka from, you know, Madoka Magica, or that's a Toho. It's one of those. Skilled axe wielder that would eliminate you with a single strike. No critical necessary. Every magician needs an ace up his sleeve. And that ace is martial arts? It's one option. She kind of looks like Konata. I don't think that's her, though. See, magicians show their power internally, not where are we going with this? Not externally. Magic, unlike sorcery, flows through the natural internal circuit before it can be used in the form of a spell. The use of these circuits can drain much of an amateur's magical energy, resulting in the weakening of the magus' combat ability. In this scenario, even a trained magus will be susceptible to the attacks of an ordinary human. More so if the said human is skilled in hand-to-hand combat. But as an unlikely scenario, it would be prudent for a magus to... That's a fixed night reference. Enough with the info dubs! Fine, I don't need you. She taps the Twitter icon on her phone and runs away. Okay, so this takes place in a world that has Twitter? So, like, when did Twitter become mainstream? Like, 2011? Around then. Okay, I may have been a bit harder on her back then. Back there. This isn't a bad outcome either. I'll just assume this takes place in 2013. You think the streets will be a bit more busy in the morning, but no one ever passes by here. So to get used to if you're from the city. I've lived in the suburbs my whole life. I like the peace and quiet. It's nice. Let's your mind wander. There's that girl. Let's your mind wander to things you'd rather avoid. And it turns out we're the girl the whole time. Mark is short for, like... I'm trying to think of a girl's name that has Mark in it. I can't. Mark. Huh? What was that? Oh. I look around and momentarily spot a figure. But it disappears before my eyes. Strange. She looks familiar. Meh. Can't be that important. 2 weeks later, I'd look back on that moment as the first in a series of very silly assumptions. There is a huge change in art quality. Maybe the artist just couldn't draw guys, so they had to get someone else. But what is wrong with his stomach? What? Yuji? Is this Yuji? With glasses and different hair? Mike, you're actually early. Really, a voice welcomes me in from the cold. In front of me stands a young man that I've known since the beginning of high school. But I sometimes wished I didn't know. On time is more like it. Really have 5 minutes until the bell. What time does their class start? It's still an accomplishment coming from you. Lillian. Oh hey, did you bring your notes for the presentation? Her hands are a bit rougher on the edges, but... My other friend, Lillian, voices your question politely, like a certain little sister. Well, your nose on the computer until midnight, and my laptop needed to recharge again. Your house was constructed without power outlets, of course. Fine, I'll print them out at lunch. What is that? There goes the bell! That is not a bell sound effect. That is something entirely... I don't know what that is, but it's not a school bell. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually looking forward to a boring lecture if it means I can relax. I think I'm going to call it there because my headset's really annoying me. I need to plug it in. I want to see something. Gallery. Extra. No? Oh, okay. SDCG's this. Okay. So, yeah. We started Sepia. Oh. It was true. What is with this unlock order? This is weird. Anyways, we started Sepia Tears. It's... it feels like it's meandering. They, you know, started off, you know, it had a hook, I guess. But then, you know, Moto... It feels like it's trying to be a Western... it feels like it's trying to be a Japanese visual novel. Like, this is something I see a lot with Western visual novels. They copy what Japanese visual novels have done instead of trying to do something on their own, I guess. Although, I mean, there is a reason for that. Like, it usually sells better. But, like, Katawa Shoujo, Japanese setting, follows pretty typical structure. It has Western influence, sure, but, like, with the writing, but it's clear Japanese influence. Lucid 9, same thing. Doki Doki Literature Club, I don't want to include that, but yeah, I'll mention it. I don't want to get into Doki Doki Literature Club. That would simultaneously good but bad in different ways. But anyway, what other Western visual novels? Valhalla? It's pretty anime, I guess. Influence isn't as big as others, but it's still there. I can't think of a Western visual novel without influence, but that's partly because all of the ones people care about are anime. Well, you get what I mean. Anyways, guys, I'll be back next time with some more Sepia Tears. I don't know. This won't be more than a couple hours long, right? So, won't probably be under 10 episodes, maybe. Although this one was pretty short, so who knows? Could be any length. I'll see you guys next time with some more Sepia Tears, and I look forward to it. Bye.